Hello, my name is Patrick Sweeney. I'm an attorney with the Public Defender's Office where I've worked for the last 23 years. I'm appearing before you from my living room here on the north side. I thank you for taking the time to educate yourself about my campaign, and I thank the League of Women Voters especially for providing us with this forum. The League has asked us to discuss two issues, bail reform, cash bail in particular, as well as alternative sentencing and restorative justice as a change in policy. Both of those issues are things that I care very deeply about because as a public defender, my client base has the most to gain or lose by whether or not we achieve reform in those two areas. First, cash bail. I think it should be used very sparingly, if not be completely eliminated. The only time I would see cash bail as being appropriate is if someone who is a criminal defendant who is from out of Allegheny County perhaps needs a little added incentive to make their way back to the courthouse. Otherwise, even in that instance, the bail amount shouldn't be so high that they can't afford to pay it. My clients are the ones who are sitting in jail because they can't afford to pay their bond, and it really hamstrings their ability to assist in their own defense. Criminal defendants are their own best advocates, more so than I am. They can track down witnesses, they can track down medical records, financial records. They know their case in and out better than I do and know where to find things to help. And if they are incarcerated simply because they're poor, that creates an injustice and an imbalance in our equitable system of justice that favors those with money over those without. It runs afoul of the presumption of innocence. No one should be locked up simply on an accusation before they've had their day in court and before they've been proven guilty of anything. Getting to the second question, what are my thoughts about alternative sentencing and restorative justice? Restorative justice is a term that is often misunderstood. It's been making the rounds politically and in policy circles. What I see restorative justice as encompassing is finding alternatives to incarceration to attempt to address the root causes of crime and to prevent recidivism. Judge Dower used to always say that the overwhelming majority of defendants in a criminal justice system are there because of drugs and alcohol, and he's right. But the drugs and alcohol are often symptoms of a pre-existing mental health disorder that they are perhaps self-medicating. The overwhelming majority of my clients are suffering from one of the other, either alcohol or drug abuse or mental health, and very often both. We should expand those treatment courts, but we should also consider making them pre-conviction as opposed to post-conviction so people can work towards an expungement or a reduction in charges. Right now, it's the other way around. I thank you for your time.